Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started.
And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense.
They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two for him.
And he's going to get a good game of 9 here up to the 34.
This defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. I think even they will tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the 49ers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They go with White on the counter. Muscles him off. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of here because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White.
Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Rashad White, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as a
offense heading back out.
Pain in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions, in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now, because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
On the return, Johnson. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Off play action. Bishop. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake. Bishop. Looking left sideline, is complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 21-7.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, They had to punt it away, this time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Here's a toss right side with White. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
That is caught. He's across midfield. Still on his feet.
Touchdown. A great effort.
And the Ravens are back within a score.
Tucker with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Off play action. Bishop. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Now Moody for the PAT.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 28 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
On second down, they'll run with White. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Off the play fake, Bishop. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action, Bishop. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Operating from the gun, Bishop. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Clark. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, this offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 6 wins with one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
On first down, Watson.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On second down, here's Watson. This is White on the screen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Second down and a yard.
Watson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They go play action here on first down. And got his man complete.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
A big connection on that one.
And even 40 yards.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will do it.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Chase Young
in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. That's taken it around the 40. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over first and 10. Now the 49ers settling in for their next drive.
They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team Just
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. Throwing on first down, Bishop. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. With his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
They give to White on the option. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
3rd and 12.
Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side, complete. That's Andrews. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Slot man moves right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
He's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
To come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, But you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 5.
Here's Watson.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. On 3rd down, a run from White. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
On 2nd down, it's Clark. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Clark. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Clark, and this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through the...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White.
And the numbers for him, pretty solid, really. He's run it well. He's caught it pretty well, but they're still far behind the 8-ball on the scoreboard.
Not able to use his talents, as you noted, to narrow the gap in the scoreboard. Sometimes it's a bend but don't break, right? He gets his yardage, that's cool, but it's not paying off on the scoreboard. They're not getting the points necessary. And if you're a defensive team, you'll give up that yardage for the kind of lead they have.
That's what I was going to ask you. Sometimes you say, let this guy do his thing. Let's control what we can control elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Take away the rest of the guys. Don't let them hurt you as well. But the biggest one is they...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down now, it's Clark, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They'll run on 1st down. Clark. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this